2026. So as we come to the end of 2025, I thought it was probably a good idea to do a video on my reflections of this year. This year was the year of the snake, and the significance of that to me is not so much mythological as the symbology. So the year of the snake symbolizes shedding that which no longer serves me, and that is significant for me because I do feel that in 2025 I have shed old stories that aren't me anymore. In particular, old business relationships as well. In particular, I became unhappy in a job I was doing and I just left. If it's no longer serving a purpose for you, then just go. And thinking of it like that has been really, really cleansing. It feels not so much like loss, but clearing the decks of unnecessary things, and surviving what once felt too heavy to hold. The latter quarter of this year has felt very heavy, but I've made it through. I'm here. Personal changes for me. I recognise that there are some things that are a bit different for me now. So exercising is really different. So I used to do swimming and Pilates a lot. But now I haven't done that in probably nearly a year, and I do feel guilty about that, but also I'm doing things differently now. So I was in a sort of sedentary position when I was doing that, but remember that now I do work on my feet in hospitality, and I'm carrying things back and forth for hours. I work on my feet, so I'm actually doing a lot of walking and carrying. So my exercise is now hiking, which I've always enjoyed anyway. So that's something I'm going to keep an eye on. We'll have to see about that. I don't really have any desire to cook, but I still love to eat. So yeah, I'll just keep an eye on those things. I've ended this year living on a houseboat in Wales, which I love. Even though I know it's only temporary. It's great to have a sanctuary where I can enjoy my own space, my own kitchen, and my own peace, which I hold completely sacred. I'm reading lots of books and enjoying local produce like cheese and delicious chutney from the Black Mountain Smokery, hiking local trails with picturesque views, and having warm chats with friendly locals. I also enjoyed an alternative Christmas day where I hiked up Table Mountain and enjoyed great food. I end this year with 4 jobs where I'd hoped to just have one, but it's not worked out that way. I have 4 jobs, but each brings me something I currently want. So we'll just have to see what develops in 2026. 2026 being the year of the horse. Now the significance of that is we move forward in a forward motion, and we move with direction. And I do feel I felt a sense of definitely a sense of purpose and fire, ready to move forward. Now that I feel that I've realised my purpose as a tour guide, I feel focused on that and how to make that a reality. So I do feel strength returning to the body, and it's time for opportunities meeting readiness. So yeah, if that's the mythology, then bring it on. I end this year with an absolutely firm resolve to use this time to build my personal brand as a tour guide. I've got very specific objectives, such as I'm recording tours from established guides to learn from them, and I plan to collaborate with a friend and videographer to create promotional videos of me as a tour guide, and I'm hoping that will help to build my personal brand. So though there is still much uncertainty about 2026, I am powering forward with renewed energy. I have several plans and several more ideas about the structure of 2026. I have taken the lessons of this year and learned from them to make decisions about the way I will handle the coming year. Things that have pained me this year, such as accommodation in the latter quarter of this year, I've made some changes for next year, but more on this in 2026 as it develops. Currently, I'm still living for now, and I'm not looking too far into the future. And that feels just right for me right now. But from me, I wish you a happy and healthy 2026.